The goal today is to taste test the internet's favorite combinations, most of which I don't think are gonna be worth it, but maybe I'll be proved wrong. I've got 200 grams of caviar, an open Friday afternoon, and my best friend's on her way over. We're gonna have some fun. This is not the best caviar on the market by far. I'd say it's the good enough stuff. I got a great price on it. This is from Kintz or Keents, I don't know. $200 for 200 grams of caviar. You can go price compare from one of the other websites with overnight shipping. And here's my personal philosophy on caviar. I'm not gonna fuss with stuff. I like investing in the really good stuff because it's good on its own as it is. That's why it's expensive. But yeah, I'm curious about some of these combinations, which is why I went ahead and got the good enough stuff so I can scratch that curious little itch, and maybe for you too. By the way, hi, I'm Jenna, and I make food videos for a living focusing on fanciful food for playful people. My entire life philosophy is low lift luxury, low energy, high impact. And if that sounds like you, give me a follow and say hello in the comments. I'm really happy to have you here. Classic deviled egg, caviar. The filling is really tart for me, like I made it really strong.
I like it tart though.
Yeah, me too, but I'm just not tasting the caviar.
I'm doing it on the white part, which doesn't have the stuff, so.
Yeah.
You taste it on the white.
That's fair. We want to try the jammy egg?
Yeah, try it.
Let's try it. I overcooked the jammy egg, but I've done this before and it is one of my favorites because you get just like creamy yolk and then just really briny caviar.
If you're gonna maximize caviar flavor, it's better with this than with the deviled egg.
Yep.
But I do love, your deviled eggs are really good, so. I could eat this all day.
Yeah, 100%.
They're so good.
Palate cleansers, pickled ginger, by the way, for a clean experiment. Next, do you want to do the chicken nugget next?
Sure.
Nugget with caviar.
I think I lose the caviar because of the chicken flavoring in the skin.
I don't think it's worth it, but I get it.
It doesn't make it worse.
Oh, no.
I think the chicken's already kind of salty.
I think that's why I like it. It's like, it is adding a little more salt. Or brine without adding salt. So let's do mac and cheese.
I would not think of caviar and cheese, but yeah.
Yeah.
I also love mac and cheese.
Not bad.
If you are having girl dinner and you want to feel fancy, girl dinner fancy night.
So far, we've tried the deviled eggs, which is pretty classic. Soft boiled eggs, which I feel, I haven't really seen anyone on the internet do that. I feel like it's underrated,
Yeah.
undiscovered. Might be a waste to do it on deviled eggs.
Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna hurt it, but you actually get
If you
the
don't know how to make
flavor.
deviled eggs, you don't know how to make them taste good, then yeah, put some caviar on it.
That's true. Then no one will know.
Chicken nuggets.
I could live without it.
Yeah, I don't have to do it.
I won't turn it down, but
Mac and cheese?
I liked
I
it.
thought that was good.
yeah, I like that a lot.
I have a feeling it's gonna do well with the Doritos along the same.
Really? I'm
Yeah.
on the fence about it.
So we're gonna do plain potato chips. So you know caviar started out as like poor man's food. It was the fishermen.
Like lobsters?
Yeah. They had to sell the fish and the meat, and so they were just like eating what was left over, and it was like the egg sacs. I don't know how it started to become
Fancy.
a luxury thing.
Yes.
That works so well.
Perfect. I could do that all day, every day.
I thought the regular, like it's a sea salt potato chip, I thought it'd be too much salt.
No?
No.
Is it because we put the creme fraiche on?
I do think that helps. We'll have to do the Dorito now.
Now this is truly girl dinner.
Okay, I'm underwhelmed. Okay, we'll try it without creme fraiche. Yeah, okay.
I put caviar on a Dorito. Not bad. I feel like this is gonna be money.
Tiny potato.
Yeah, a tiny potato. This is also like if you had to do a party with
a lot of work.
Really?
I would just do basic mashed potatoes and then like
Squish
hype
them
it
out.
into something, or do like a mashed potato martini thing.
I like this because you actually taste the caviar. It's not competing with anything. But I do still, potato chip and plain egg are winning it for me.
We can move into something, a couple of sweet things.
So this has white chocolate, cherry, and dark chocolate.
And dark chocolate. I think this is really pretty. Green caviar.
Oh, look it. I don't like that one bit.
This is tasty, but no. We're gonna move to cheesecake. I predict I'm gonna like this.
This could be good. I think.
Yeah. There you go. Cheers. I don't think so. All right, you ready for some pasta? Yeah. Look at all that caviar.
Perfect.
Like, I love this. I love this. So this pasta is just butter with white wine, lemon juice. I put in lemon zest and then creme fraiche. If you can get the balance, like if you don't want too much lemon juice because then it gets too acidic. So it's just like a tablespoon of lemon juice, which is really good on its own. You were talking about adding thyme.
Are you trying it with thyme?
Yeah.
Look at you with like, here, give me a little splash. See if my instincts are correct at all. If I learned anything from watching your channel.
Yeah, the thyme is nice. I don't know about thyme and caviar. That would be the next experiment.
I had a little thyme with caviar and I liked it, but
Yeah.
I don't know. This would be my favorite of everything.
Oh yeah.
Potato and egg are tied.
I was gonna say we were like top 3 starches. An egg is definitely easier, it's way more convenient.
Just edit out me looking like a big old pig. So good. It's like a happy dance.
So we're talking about part 2 already, and she brought up a great idea about tomatoes, like a good summer, right, heirloom tomato. Yeah. Maybe on a tomato sandwich with like the white bread and the mayonnaise and like, so tomato I know that like bread and butter is great with caviar. So I assume that like bread and mayonnaise is also really good with caviar.
Yeah.
And then you're just putting a little like tomato on top.
Yeah.
I can't think of any sort of caviar and tomato. And there's probably a reason, which makes me think it doesn't work.
Or if you did like a tomato mozzarella salad, could you sprinkle some caviar on top? I don't know.
Okay, here's what we learned. Caviar does not make everything better. That's kind of obvious, no? I see a popular trend in omakase restaurants where they'll put caviar on at least a third of the courses. And from a visual perspective, yes, that makes all of the food look really rich. And maybe in your mind, you justify paying a lot of money for the meal. But at the end of the day, caviar does not make everything taste better. It is definitely not appropriate for everything either. What we found through this experiment was that it goes great with starches like potatoes and pasta, and very simple treatments. Like we're not putting a lot of other ingredients here. It's just like the potato, the creme fraiche, and then the caviar, right? Maybe some chives, and you'll find that in the traditional caviar service. That's why it's traditional. It works really well. We also really loved it on just a simple jammy egg. We thought the deviled egg had too much going on. I think if you're going to just do the egg yolks and the mayonnaise in the deviled egg, then yes, caviar would do really well. But if you're gonna add in mustard and cornichon or something spicy, now you've just busted up too much and you're gonna lose the impact of the caviar, and then it's really not worth it. But on the jammy egg, absolutely love it. Would do that every day if I could. So we decided that the potatoes and the eggs were our top 3, like the potato chips, the little baked potato, the jammy egg, the pasta. That's actually 4 that are in our top definite. This works. Could eat this all day long. We understood the chicken nugget thing, like it's fine. I don't ever need to do that again. I would try it on a Chick-fil-A chicken nugget as well, but Chick-fil-A nuggets have such a unique flavor that I just feel like it would compete with the caviar. It did not work on the cheesecake, which I thought it was gonna be great on the cheesecake because cheesecake is creamy, like the creme fraiche. I think this is partially because the cheesecake itself wasn't great. I would try it on ice cream, 100%. I thought it might go better with the chocolate, although I have had a caviar infused chocolate before, and that did not go well at all. The caviar was quite fishy. I would attempt chocolate again, but a plain chocolate. I really just feel like the brininess of the caviar could go well with chocolate because I've had a sea salt chocolate and it was delicious. And I feel like if I can get a really nutty caviar as well, that would work quite well. You know, it did pretty well on the mac and cheese. The theme that I saw through here was rich and creamy, did well with the caviar. You know, my husband had the gall to say that he felt like I had ruined caviar for him because we had had it so often. I guess he thinks caviar should be like, you only have it once or twice in your lifetime. Not me. We also have some ideas for round 2. I do want to try it on the ice cream. I would try it on a different chicken nugget. I'm curious about it on steak, although again, I feel like the textures would be too different, and what's the point? I have had it on smoked salmon before. It's very good. And then Megan brought up tomatoes and caviar, and now I'm just wondering why I've never seen this before. It makes sense on paper, so maybe you'll see a round 2 later on in the summer. So thanks for watching. I hope you had as much fun as I did, and we'll see you in the next one.